We've got to talk about the hat. I mean, that's a belter.
One of many.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went for this whole like, what would Gary Barlow not wear today, and this is it. The combination.
When you go for your iconic outfits, does it start with the hat and build from there, or does it go from the bottom up?
I have to really say, I literally, if you knew me, I'm so scuzzy and lazy. Literally, I'll decide what I'm wearing in the morning.
Okay.
There is no planning. You know what I mean? There's no like, I literally see what's clean, what's in the cupboard. I found this, I haven't worn this for years. I'm like, I love this coat. And I thought, let's do it with something that just completely clashes.
There's me thinking, you're getting ready for this last night. You think, I'm going on 5 News. I'm laying the outfit out on the floor of the bedroom.
I literally run around going, like I found something this morning that I wore in Band-Aid.
Let's talk about the tour. It's back. Very many people are excited. How do you feel about it all?
Well, we always tour, but this particular tour is about the first 2 albums. So it's specifically songs from Kissing You Clever and Colour by Numbers. We're going to do them exactly as they are on the record. So almost like you're putting the needle on record, side 1, side 2, you know. And the reason I said yes to it was because we're always arguing when we go on tour about what songs we do. I always want to push the envelope a bit, you know, play stuff from, you know, even the more obscure records, you know, later records that, you know, real hardcore fans, they're like, sing this song. You know, it's fun to go back and, particularly the first album, because it's full of this kind of innocence and youthful exuberance, and you know, listening to it, what am I going on about?
Was it strange to listen back to it, sort of now?
In the detail that I've had, because we re-recorded everything as well. So we've been re-recording the first album, and you know, it's slightly different because obviously I'm a different person. I've got a more soulful voice. I don't sing from my nose. You know, I sing in a different way. My pacing's different, but it's really fun to revisit it and to be surprised about how optimistic and up it is.
It's very upbeat, isn't it?
That first album is sort of like mad Latino rhythms. It's quite insane. I was listening to it the other day just going, where did this all come from? Because obviously I know what the lyrics are about, but I was like, who came up with this idea for this, you know, weird brass section?
And do you think you are more creative now than you've ever been?
1,000%.
What's happened?
More free, because first of all, I understand that everything exists, so there's nothing you can write that isn't already sort of written.
Right.
Every word that you can possibly use has already been used, but I do spend a lot of time thinking, what haven't I said in a song? What words haven't I used? What have I not sung about?
I know you've got lots of friends in America. You've toured there and worked there extensively as well. We spoke to, on the programme yesterday, a young black woman who explained to us why she voted for Donald Trump. And she said it's not about personality, it's about policy for her. And I wonder, to touch back on that creativity side of things as well, the reaction to that, and you know, some people will be very happy that he's become president again, some people who will consider it to be the worst thing that could happen to America and maybe more broadly the political world. Could that engender some great music, some great art, the reaction to what we're seeing around the world?
I wrote a song about Donald Trump 5 years ago called All He Had to Do Was Stop Being Himself. The first time round, you know, because actually weirdly we're born on the same day. Me and Donald Trump share a birthday. Me, Donald Trump, Che Guevara, Alan Carr and Paul O'Grady.
You are wearing a red hat, but yours doesn't have Make America Great Again.
No, but the thing is, look, you know what, it's like, I try, as a kind of wide thinker, I try not to narrow my views about anything, right?
Okay.
So, you know, people say, oh, are you anti-Trump? I'm like, well, I've got time to be that. There's a lot of other options that you can find in life, rather than going down a sort of like cliched narrative about, oh, I have to be this and I have to be that.
And in our world of plenty, we can spread.
I can't have you here without asking you about the 40th anniversary of Band-Aid. When your mind goes back to that, can you remember that moment being involved in that? And at what point did you realise, and did everyone else realise, this is going to be big?
Do you know what? I got this random phone call. I was in New York. I just played Madison Square Gardens. I was taking a couple of days in New York to, you know, just enjoy being in New York. And I got woke up by Bob Geldof. And the only fact that he was Irish, I answered the phone because I was like, well, he's a good Irishman, I better pick up. So we were chatting on the phone and he was saying, oh, I need you to come back to London. When are you coming back? And I was like, oh, it's not for 2 days. He goes, but can you come back tomorrow? And I was like, he was just so pushy and confident. I was like, oh, I'll just agree to it. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll come back early and all this. And I went back to London, not really fully understanding what was happening, why I was doing it. And from the minute I arrived, there was no, you know, it was just so raw and sing now, listen to this, sing, you know, and it was no like pandering, it was just like, and everyone was there, so you had to almost just be quiet. You know, it wasn't like you couldn't have a diva moment. It was cameras in your face, it was like, sing now, and it was, you know, everyone was there.
Yeah, and is it true that did you have to grease the wheel? Did you have a sore throat?
Oh, I've been drinking Jack Daniels I come on Concord and I've been drinking Jack Daniels. I was trying to be Rod Stewart. That's where I got the whole rasp thing, you know. And it was just luck, you know, what came out. It could have been awful, but I remember like Bob Geldof, I was like, how can I have another go? He goes, no, you sound great. And he was repeating, he goes, that's it. He was so determined, you know. He was so happy with what came out of my mouth. It was so funny because I was literally like, you know, studio, everyone's very precious in the studio. When you watch the American documentary, you see how everybody was really kicking off. London wasn't like that. It wasn't. Everyone really put their egos in check. It was a very different experience. I really enjoyed...
made something magical.
Yeah, I enjoyed watching the American one. It was so different. People arguing, no one. Bob was in control. Midgel was in control. Nobody answered back. Everyone did what they were asked. It was so interesting.
All the best with the tour. Thank you so much for talking to us, and enjoy this most creative period of your life. Thank you.
It's a lot of fun, and nice to see you.
Thank
you did well on Strictly.
Thank you very much.
You did
Thank you very much.